credentials. Now, where are the stolen credentials coming from? These are coming from, various attack and breach databases which were, published for the last maybe 5 to 10 years, where billions and billions of credentials are available on dark web, and many of them are being reused by employees, intentionally, non-intentionally, on other systems which probably works in the enterprise. And not only that, some of the cases of shadow IT, a lot of cases in shadow IT also comes from code leaks, like the developers when they write open source tools, they leave credentials and API keys in the code and make it and publish it on the developer, or they can also leave these credentials in the build, in the software build, such as Jenkins or maybe Circle CI or maybe other any other CI/CD platform, right? So in one of the incidents which has happened last 1 month back, where after doing phishing, once the attacker got access to one of the systems, one of the DevOps systems, and then they got access to their CI/CD system, what they have found out is they decompiled the build, and then in the build itself there were a package of credentials being packaged together with the build, and as a result they got access to a lot of other systems all around inside the enterprise network. Yeah, along with credentials, another lot of cases being reported where the leaked API keys, where the API keys are also being published in the code that attackers can get access. For the past few years, there has been a lot of incidents because the databases such as MongoDB, Elasticsearch being open, Kubernetes. In Firecompass we did a research last year where we tracked all the all the Kubernetes instances, hundreds and hundreds of Kubernetes instances being left open because of a bug in one of the open source library, and because of which we got access to their Kubernetes cluster, and we reported this to various organizations and they could fix it immediately. Not only that, we have also seen attackers using Docker instances which are left open to the internet because of certain misconfigurations. So shadow IT, assets which are exposed to the internet with a misconfiguration, with some kind of misconfiguration, the code which is being leaked, contributes to at least 60% of cases where the attackers can get access to initial foothold into the organization. All right, let's now, not only that, attackers have now the capability to scan internet in just few days, and that makes it increasingly difficult to that makes the life of a defender increasingly difficult. The reason being that if attacker can scan the internet in few days, which means your mean time to remediate has drastically decreased from weeks to days, in fact. Now, how does this automation works? I'll just describe in few words and sentences, and I'll try to simplify this. By the way, this is very simplified version of what happens in reality. Now, one of the first step that the attackers do is to create an internet-wide scanner. Now, there are various open source tools available, which, if configured properly using an expert, can be used to scan the whole internet actually within few days. And if you put more horsepower, more computing resources, within hours, in fact. Now, this is not an easy task, by the way, right? There are 3 billion IPv4 addresses, and there are 65,000 ports, which makes it nearly impossible, right, to scan the whole internet. But then the advantage the attacker has is that they do not scan whole internet on all the ports, but they do it as per, as per the attack. Say a vulnerability